The vast plains stretch under a fading sunset, casting long shadows as a lone rancher rides toward a cluster of modest homes. His horse plods wearily, its hooves kicking up dust, while his hat shields a face lined with exhaustion. He's been on the trail for days, seeking refuge. Spotting 3 small houses, he dismounts, his boots crunching on the dry ground, and approaches the first door with a hesitant knock. 357 chars. Inside the first house, a single mother named Clara pauses, her hands stilling over a pot of simmering soup. Her 2 young children peek from behind her skirt, eyes wide with curiosity. The knock echoes again, and she wipes her hands on her apron, exchanging a cautious glance with her kids. The rancher's silhouette looms through the frosted glass, his presence unexpected in their quiet evening. 331 chars. Clara opens the door, her expression softening at the sight of the weary traveler. "Evening, ma'am," he says, tipping his hat. "I've been riding hard and need a place to rest tonight." His voice is rough but polite. She hesitates, glancing at her children, then nods, stepping aside. The warmth of her home contrasts with the cool night air as he steps in, grateful. 317 chars. Across the yard, in the second house, another mother, Maria, hears the murmur of voices. She peers out her window, spotting the rancher entering Clara's home. Her toddler clings to her leg, sensing her tension. Maria grabs a shawl, deciding to check on her neighbor. The flickering lantern light guides her as she crosses the yard, her footsteps soft on the earth. 290 chars. In the third house, Elena, the eldest of the 3, sits by a crackling fire, mending a torn shirt. The sound of footsteps outside draws her attention. She rises, her graying hair catching the firelight, and opens the door to find Maria. "Clara's got a stranger inside," Maria whispers. Elena's eyes narrow, protective instincts kicking in as she joins her friend to investigate. 298 chars. Back in Clara's home, the rancher sits at a small table, accepting a bowl of soup. His hands tremble slightly as he eats, the warmth reviving him. Clara watches, her children now sitting nearby, fascinated by his tales of the open range. The door creaks open, and Maria and Elena enter, their expressions a mix of concern and curiosity as they size him up. 307 chars. "Who are you?" Elena asks, her tone firm but not unkind. The rancher stands, wiping his mouth. "Just a drifter, ma'am. Name's Jack. I mean no trouble, just need a night's rest." Maria studies him, noting his worn boots and gentle demeanor. Clara vouches for him, her trust growing. The women confer quietly, debating whether to let him stay. 302 chars. The children giggle, breaking the tension, and Jack smiles faintly. Elena relents, suggesting he sleep in the barn to ease their worries. He nods gratefully, finishing his soup. The women agree to take turns checking on him, their maternal instincts blending with caution. Outside, the night deepens, stars twinkling above the quiet settlement. 286 chars. Jack follows Elena to the barn, carrying a blanket she offers. The structure is simple, filled with hay and the scent of livestock. He thanks her, settling onto a pile of straw. Elena lingers, ensuring he's comfortable, then returns to her house. The other women lock their doors, peering out windows, still wary of the stranger. 277 chars. Hours pass, and the settlement falls silent, save for the occasional hoot of an owl. Jack lies awake, staring at the barn's rafters, the day's exhaustion warring with his restlessness. In Clara's house, her youngest child stirs, dreaming of the rancher's stories. The women, though asleep, remain alert, their senses attuned to any unusual sound. 285 chars. Dawn approaches, the sky lightening with soft grays. Jack rises, stretching stiff muscles, and steps outside to tend to his horse. The crisp morning air fills his lungs as he brushes the animal's coat. Clara opens her door, spotting him, and waves tentatively. The other women soon join, their suspicion easing with the new day. 270 chars. Over breakfast, the women invite Jack to join them. Clara serves fresh bread, Maria adds jam, and Elena pours coffee. He shares more of his journey, lost cattle, harsh weather, earning their sympathy. The children listen, wide-eyed, as the women relax, their initial fears replaced by camaraderie. 246 chars. Maria asks about his plans, her voice gentle. Jack admits he's heading west, seeking new land. Elena offers advice on safer routes, her experience as a widow guiding her words. Clara suggests he rest another day, her hospitality growing. The table buzzes with conversation, a rare connection forming. 238 chars. The day unfolds with small tasks. Jack helps repair a fence, earning smiles from the children. Maria teaches him a local recipe, her laughter mingling with his. Elena shares stories of her late husband, finding solace in the exchange. The settlement feels less lonely with his presence, a temporary family taking shape. 261 chars. As evening falls, the women gather wood for a fire. Jack joins, his strength aiding their efforts. They sit around the blaze, the children roasting marshmallows. He plays a tune on a harmonica, the notes drifting into the night. The women exchange glances, grateful for the moment's peace. 230 chars. The fire crackles, casting a warm glow on their faces. Clarice eldest asks Jack to stay longer, but he shakes his head, duty calling. Maria offers him supplies for the road, her kindness sincere. Elena hands him a map, marked with her suggestions. The bond deepens, bittersweet with his impending departure. 251 chars. The next morning, Jack saddles his horse, the women and children watching. Clara gives him a scarf she knitted, Maria a sack of food, and Elena a firm handshake. He mounts, tipping his hat. "Thank you," he says, his voice thick with emotion. They wave as he rides off, the plains swallowing him. 252 chars. The dust settles, and the women return to their routines. Clara hums while cooking, the scarf's memory lingering. Maria tends her garden, smiling at the thought of his help. Elena sits by the fire, the map in hand, proud of her guidance. His visit leaves a quiet mark on their lives. 233 chars. Days later, a letter arrives, delivered by a passing trader. It's from Jack, thanking them and promising to return. Clara reads it aloud, her voice trembling with joy. The children cheer, imagining his adventures. The women smile, their trust in strangers renewed by his kindness. 221 chars. The settlement thrives, the women's spirits lifted. They plant a garden together, a tribute to their shared night with Jack. The children play, reenacting his stories. Maria crafts a sign, Jack's Rest, for the barn, a symbol of their hospitality. The plains feel less isolating now. 227 chars. Seasons change, and the women hear rumors of a rancher settling west. They wonder if it's Jack, hoping he's found peace. Clara writes back, leaving the letter with the trader. The cycle of kindness continues, their lives interwoven with his brief stay. 212 chars. One evening, a familiar figure appears on the horizon. The women rush out, recognizing Jack's silhouette. He dismounts, older but smiling, with news of a successful ranch. The children swarm him, and the women embrace him, their temporary shelter now a homecoming. 225 chars. They sit by the fire again, Jack sharing tales of his new land. Clara serves soup, Maria adds bread, and Elena pours coffee. The children listen, entranced. The women laugh, the loneliness of single motherhood eased by this reunion. The night feels complete. 209 chars. Jack stays a week, helping with chores and teaching the children to ride. The women teach him their crafts, strengthening their bond. The settlement buzzes with life, his presence a catalyst for joy. They plan a small festival to celebrate. 205 chars. The festival arrives, with music and dancing under the stars. Jack leads a square dance, the women joining in. The children clap, their faces lit with delight. The trader stops by, delivering goods and tales, adding to the festivity. The night is a triumph of community. 221 chars. As Jack prepares to leave again, the women gift him a quilt, stitched with their hands. He promises to visit yearly, his horse laden with their love. They wave, tears in their eyes, as he rides off. The plains hold his promise close. 198 chars. The women return to their homes, the quilt's warmth a reminder. Clara sings to her children, Maria tends her garden, and Elena mends by the fire. Jack's visits become a tradition, each one weaving their lives tighter. The settlement flourishes. 210 chars. Years later, the plains echo with laughter as Jack's grandchildren visit. The women, now grandmothers, tell the tale of the night he knocked. The barn stands as Jack's Rest, a legacy of shelter and friendship. The stars shine on their enduring bond. 204 chars.